Hello, my name is Shizarukwe, and I'll be explaining why wearing a helmet is absolutely necessary for the safety of the general public. Imagine this. You're riding home from the grocery store with ingredients to cook your favorite meal when you get home. Then, in a flash, a car blinds you with its headlights and hits you. You wake up in a hospital bed, or you don't wake up at all. You can't help but wonder, what if I wore a helmet? Choosing to wear a helmet could have changed your life. Now imagine the exact same accident, but now you have your helmet on. You still suffer minor injuries, but you still survive and eat your favorite meal at home. This is the weight of a simple choice. Usually, people leave their homes thinking that riding their micromobility vehicles without protection is harmless until an accident changes their whole worldview. The truth is, accidents do not give you notice beforehand. The problem is that people think that helmets are not necessary, but the truth is, without a helmet, you are at risk of severe injury, permanent disabilities, and even death. For extra reference, a micromobility vehicle is a smaller mode of transportation, such as a bike or an electric scooter. This is important because the choice between wearing and not wearing a helmet can cost you your life. As someone who has experienced a crash firsthand without a helmet, it's a terrifying experience. When I was hit, my view on helmet usage completely changed. It's so important for people to wear helmets to protect themselves. Wearing a helmet reduces the risk of injury, sets a positive influence for others, and is more important than peer pressure. The first major reason why helmets are necessary is that they decrease the risk of injury. Helmets are made to protect your head, your skull, and especially your brain. If your spine is cracked or shaped in the wrong way, or if your brain is negatively impacted, it can affect how you act in daily life. For example, it can cause permanent disabilities and it can cause fatal injuries. Helmets are made to absorb impact and prevent head and neck injuries when riding micromobility vehicles. According to the academic journal, Health Promotions Interventions on Helmet Use, the use of helmets play an important role in preventing head and neck damage and can reduce about 70% of injuries and 40% of deaths due to accidents. Motorcyclists who do not wear helmets are also 2 to 3 times more likely to die, even in everyday situations, not just major crashes. Helmets make a huge difference. The Cleveland Clinic also reports that helmets reduce serious head injuries by 60%, traumatic brain injuries by 53%, and deaths or serious injuries by 34%. And these injuries can happen from something like hitting a curb or falling the wrong way. Injuries are range from just falling off your bike to being hit by a car. Helmets protect you, but they also influence how other people protect themselves. Helmets set a good example for others, especially kids. When older people, usually adults, wear helmets, kids copy their behavior. According to the Cleveland Clinic, using the safety gear is considered the single most effective way to prevent head and brain injuries if you should somehow tumble off your two-wheeler. Reduces serious head injuries by 60%, reduces traumatic brain injury by 53%, and reduces the number of cyclists killed or seriously injured by 34%. You don't have to be in a high-speed crash to cause significant damage. If you land wrong on your head and you don't have a helmet on, there's a chance you could get a serious injury. Adult role modeling plays a really significant role in these crashes. When adults wear helmets, it can set an example for younger children and heavily impact those around you. This can keep others safe and it can prevent injury in your environment. But even with these benefits, some people still choose to not wear helmets. Why is that? A common reason for people choosing not to wear helmets is embarrassment. Peer pressure, especially amongst children, make helmets seem uncool. In one study, about 25% of kids who did not wear a helmet said it was because their friends didn't. But here's the truth: embarrassment fades while injuries do not. A large study found that helmets reduce head injuries by 85% and brain injuries by 88%. Another study in France found risk reductions up to 70% for serious head injuries. How cool you are doesn't matter when your life is at risk. Safety should never be on the back burner when it comes to your life. Overall, wearing a helmet protects you from fatal injury. It's important to use one because it lowers the risk of injury and death and also influences other people to wear them. Whenever you want to ride your micromobility vehicle, remember the protection that helmets give you. Helmets are one of the first methods of defense against accidents. Before you ride your micromobility vehicle, ask yourself, is not wearing a helmet worth risking my life? Obviously, the answer is no. Be responsible and wear a helmet. Buy a helmet today and protect your life. Always wear a helmet when riding and encourage others to do the same. Safety is a responsibility and a necessity for life, not an embarrassment. Don't wait for an accident to teach you how important your life is. Choose safety.